Well, I got the neck knife sheath finished. Olive drab with sand colored grommets. And I forget what kind of burl this is. Is it maple burl? I think it might be maple burl. And this is the sheath, and I'm going to do a black fade, so there's not going to be a whole lot of burgundy showing, but that goes really well, doesn't it? I still got to sew the sheath together. I mean, I still have a lot of work to do, but I'm going to let this dry till tomorrow. I'm going to go put the edge on both these blades, and then work on a couple other blades I have in there. Dons, I got Dons in the vise right now. So I'm going to drink a cup of coffee and transition back to the knife shop. Okay, Don's BC Special is ready for heat treat and temper. And I have 2 knives for Fred, a dinner skinner for Jeff, a neck knife for Phil, and someday I'm going to get to work on these over here. I really want to get work on that Cato that I'm going to put that on, and anyway, I've told you about it. I'm going to use these handles. I'm going to use some red liners or maybe some black liners. I'm going to do some scroll work on the spine. I'm going to use some epoxy that I dye with that red dye there. And the stainless pins are going to be polished up to a chrome-like finish. And many thanks to Doug and his wife for sending me the bone handles. Those are going to be very interesting to work with. I'm not sure what I'm going to put them on yet. Maybe a dinner skinner? I'm not sure. That's a neck knife, not a dinner skinner. Dinner skinner would work on that. The handle's bigger. Okay, so let me go fire up my forge and turn on my tempering oven and get a cup of coffee started. I want to show you some cool scales, some handle material I got. That is synthetic. That looks like burled walnut, doesn't it? And here is what they call hybrid. It's part wood and part synthetic resin. Can't wait to try them out. And I'm boxing up some handle materials and sending them to a fellow knife maker. And then I got the forge heating up. I got my tempering oven heating up. In about 3 minutes, I'll be out there heat treating Don's knife. Okay, that settles it. During the summer, I have a dehumidifier. I sanded all of these yesterday. Look at that rust. This is overnight this happened. So I have a dehumidifier that I'm going to have to leave running out here. And I hate doing that because dehumidifiers, they use a lot of electricity. You wouldn't think, but they use a lot of electricity. And I'm going to have a heck of a bill in my shop for electricity this month because I'm running my AC, the humidity. For some reason this year, more than any other year, I'm also running my fan to blow the AC around. I got the AC on low, and I got the fan on to blow it across the ceiling where the heat rises. So, and I got fans in the rest of the house circulating air because for some reason it smells so bad in there. It's just the humidity is making everything so musty and smelly that I have a fan in that end of the trailer sucking in, and I have a fan through here and over in the living room blowing out. Actually, no, it's It's behind my, this is where my forge is over there. That the window that blows out into this area is covered. So I have a fan blowing out on that side. And it does make a little bit of a difference for smell. But I don't leave this air conditioner on overnight because I don't want to air condition a building I'm not in. But that's a lot of electricity. So probably going to have to leave the humidifier, dehumidifier on out here. Because everything's rusting. The humidity is so high, which is why I have to run the AC. I can handle heat. Man, I can handle heat up to, 100, 105. As long as I got a little air movement, I'm fine. But the humidity makes it so freaking difficult for me to breathe that I got to run the AC to pull the humidity out of here. So I'm fixing to drill the holes. This is Phil's neck knife. This is Jeff's dinner skinner. This is Fred's 2 dinner skinners. And I got everybody's wood picked out. I got everybody's pins set up. And Don's knife, the BC Special, is right now in the tempering oven. And I'll be epoxying his handles on. By the time the day is out, those handles will be epoxied on. I'm going to get all these pins, the holes drilled for the pins, and probably get all the wood cut, and then tomorrow grind the bevels. So I'm making some pretty good progress. Okay, I'm gonna finish my coffee and finish the video I was watching, and probably pet my dog. When my dog realizes that I'm not working and I'm drinking coffee, he wants to get up in my lap, or maybe he's asleep. Are you asleep? Are you asleep? Yep. What a life, huh? Cozy, comfortable, cool. Somebody who loves you, wide awake and looking out for you while you're sleeping. I want that life. I want to be a dog. Okay, I have changed the wood on Phil's neck knife. I've had this African ebony for ages. It's wood. It's jet black. Just a hint of brown in it. And we're going to use OD green Kydex sheath and some camouflage cord. I think that would look really good with these dark handles. And solid brass pins that'll be polished. Yep, I think it's going to look good. So still haven't, I'm going to finish drinking my coffee. I'm going to run these through my table saw. Oh yeah, I bought a special blade for my table saw just for cutting handle wood. And I'll tell you what it is. It's a Diablo 16th inch kerf with carbide tip, 24 teeth carbide tip, 16-inch kerf. And it cuts through this stuff like butter. I'm glad I got it. It was expensive. It was $60. But I was going through every other blade. I was going through just as quick as I could buy them. They wear out. So I think I have finally found the solution to what blades to use. All right, now I'm serious. I'm going to finish drinking my coffee. Okay, Phil, that's what you're going to look like. That stuff is going to buff up nice. Still got to grind your bevels. But right now, I'm going to get the wood cut for these other 3 dinner skinners. And that's it on them today. Then I'm going to get the handles on Don's BC Special. And that's probably it for today. So let me start working on these. Okay, Fred, that is what one of yours is going to look like. That is stabilized wood, and it's, I believe, it's Tasmanian ebony. It's Tasmanian something. Somebody, probably Philip Taylor, he'll know what that is. It's Tasmanian something. But it's going to look pretty good. All right, your next knife is going to be, one second. I got some nice cherry. What do you think? Got some nice curl in it. I'm fixing to get that drilled and set up now. And then Jeff, you are, we already talked about that, bird's eye maple. Okay, a little bit more work to do here, and then I'm going to get on to Don's knife, his BC special. Okay, Fred, there's your other knife. That's cherry. And Jeff, we're fixing to get yours set up right now. Okay, Jeff, you are ready to go to the next stage. And now, this is Don's knife out of the tempering oven. Now I got to clean all the schmutz off of it, back up to 600, and handle it, pin it, epoxy it, handle it, and tomorrow I will sand the handles. So let me go out to my table saw and cut these in half, square them up. Okay, Don, that's what yours is going to look like. That's going to be some truly spectacular wood. And now I'm going to clean this up a little bit more, and then I'm going to epoxy these on. Tomorrow I sand. Okay, Don, there you are. You're glued on. And tomorrow I will be back out here to sand these handles. It'd probably take me 2-3 hours of sanding, and then I think by the time the day's out tomorrow, I can have all the bevels ground on these. And that's a good day. Today was a good day. I got a lot done. I feel good. Okay. These dogs are letting me know that it's very close to supper time. Supper time. I said, supper time. Boy, they know certain words, that's for sure. See you tomorrow.